find your lack of faith disturbing.
Gotcha!
SmashMouth Footballers. Introducing Nic Tate, Joe Caldero, Chad Young, Smashmouth Footballers.
Hey, welcome to Smashmouth Footballers. I'm Nic Tate.
Joe Caldero.
And I'm the Cadillac.
And guys, look, going into that NFC North, this is going to be a great one. A lot of teams that, you want to see succeed, and some of them that already have succeeded. They're just on the cusp of maybe becoming awesome.
This has always been one of the strongest divisions.
Historically, yes.
And historical teams.
Yeah.
The Bears. The Vikings.
Yep.
Green Bay.
Greenbay.
I mean, it's all
Titletown, Lambeau.
Yeah.
And
So I mean, it's an exciting one. I like this division. It's one of my favorites. And you now more than ever, you don't know who's going to be top.
Nope, not a clue.
No, it's because the history. Look, when Lombardi,
Yes.
Hallis,
Oh yeah.
you get
Some of the greatest coaches,
names, owners.
Yep.
This is history at Green Bay Packers when that's their name. The
Right.
Packers is so good. And I've never been to Titletown. I think Lambeau has got to be the NFL Mecca.
Yeah. And the input that they have, the town has the input. The town owns the team.
They own the team.
You gotta respect that. So yeah.
Somewhat vague. I wish some Packer fans would reach out to us. I'd like to know what that's like. And the NFL draft is in Green Bay.
Yeah.
How fun would it be to go down there for a week? Just be drinking, eating bratwurst, hanging out with everybody, and then you watch your draft.
I would love to know how many years you have to wait to get a season ticket with the Green Bay Packers. It has to be 30 years. It has to be generational, man. It's got to be generational.
I think if you buy into the team, if you buy the stock in the team, you get it. Is the way I believe it works.
Well, I would like to know.
A Green Bay fan, someone, if you have season ticket hold to Packers, let us know.
Yeah, let us know how it is, man. It sounds exciting.
And I love it's outdoor. It's snowing on the ground. They're topless.
Yep.
It's so great. Yeah, and Chicago Soldier Field is going.
The wait time to get Green Bay Packers season tickets can be very long, averaging 30 to 50 years.
Generational, man.
Due to high renewal rate and a large waiting list.
So when they die, it's in the will.
Yeah. How amazing is that?
Like Red Sox tickets.
Yeah, you're in the hospital and you're like, make sure my tickets go to so and so.
Don't give it to Bertha.
Yeah.
That's
Man,
so good.
I would love to know how they live during football season in Green Bay.
Oh, that would be fun. And like Hallis and it's still in the name, and the Bears and Soldier Field and the great linebackers from Butkus to Briggs to Urlacher.
Man, yeah.
McMahon, that 86 Bears team is look.
It's got to be one of the top.
And the drama, like they didn't pick up Ditka.
Right.
No, they picked up the defensive coordinator. They picked,
But Ditka is a mainstay. He's an icon. He's the icon.
SNL.
Yeah, everybody at Halloween, people dress up as Mike Ditka.
Who would win in a hurricane? Ditka or the Hurricane? But what if the Hurricane's name was Ditka? Like, it's so classic SNL. Like, I love it. I'm gonna start off with Chicago.
Okay.
The biggest news for Chicago is that Ben Johnson came over.
Yes.
Ben Johnson came over from Detroit. He stays in the North. If anybody, he's cocky. He has been cocky since he came over.
Love it.
And he's building the team the way he wants. He came over, and the first thing he said was, "We're not going to do what we did last year with get Caleb Williams killed."
Yeah, I mean, this dude, he was sacked how many times a game? It was amazing. It was unreal.
And they went straight to the trenches. Like Jonah Jackson, I don't know if this works out for him. He struggled, but he knows Jonah Jackson. Ben Johnson coached Jonah Jackson before, and he got him for only a 6th round pick. So you got to think the 202 second round pick, and you got Jonah Jackson, who started in this league. You're not 6th round. What are the odds of you picking up a guard that starts in the 6th round?
I mean, the dude's 315 pounds, and he's only, 28 years old?
He's young.
Still got time.
He's young.
He's still got time.
And Ben Johnson's familiar with him. He liked him. Obviously, he traded for him. The biggest signing, I think, that Chicago's made is they went and got Joe Thuney from Kansas City.
Yeah, they drafted him, man, but he's 32 years old.
Who?
Thuney.
But they got him in 4th round. Without Thuney, the Kansas City didn't do what they do. He's got to be arguably one of the best left guards.
Yes.
And Kansas City was struggling so bad, they bumped him out to left tackle. And he still had a good PFF grade out there.
The only complaint I have about him is his age, because, but he is absolutely 100% an upgrade of what they had to protect Caleb Williams.
And I thought they were done. And then they go and they get the best free agent center, Drew Dman. He was the best by far. Free agent center out there.
From the Falcons, sure did.
Yeah. I mean, let's not argue.
And they paid him.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you should.
But these trench guys, you remember these guys in the trenches, they've always been highly paid. Their job is very important. They just don't get the recognition.
They put in the most work every down.
Right.
And they have spent a lot of assets drafting in the past, but there's been injuries on that offensive line. And I think you've got quality people. You've obviously upgraded in the draft. I don't think they're done. They got the 10th pick, and if Gray's able, is there in the 2nd round? I think they're going to take him. Low key, 2 of the best moves they did. They went and got Grady Jarrett.
Yes,
he's a little older,
31,
but he's
still talented.
Good. Yeah, he's still good.
He's got it figured out.
He had a down year in Atlanta last year, but I don't think that's indicative of him.
No,
I mean, Tim Anderson was hurt. The linebackers were hurt. He didn't have much help. For years, Atlanta's been trying to get a pass rush.
Right.
Leonard Floyd, they've been trying to generate a pass rush for years. Grady Jarrett's been a staple in the NFL on the defensive line, defensive tackle, and they didn't stop there. They sneaky went and got Deo, and that is on one side, you got Montez Sweat. On the other side, you're going to have this big 280-pound run-stuffing defensive end next to Grady Jarrett.
Yep.
And it's sneaky good what they've kind of done.
He was kind of down on his sacks last year. He only had 3, but the guy is so good.
Yeah, he eats
They
blocks.
got to run away from him.
Yeah, he eats blocks, and he does get pressure. He didn't have much help in Atlanta. Let's be honest.
Right.
And you get him. I don't 3 or 43 million. I don't mind that at all, because the going rate for these defensive linemen and offensive linemen is about $12 to $15 million a year.
Right.
Like that range is you're like the 15th, 16th, 15th to 20th paid, within that range. You get Grady Jarrett for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
man. And Deo comes from Indianapolis. They had a terrible defense.
Terrible defense. But
he was the shining point.
And he's not. Yeah, that's not on him. I mean, the guy is athletically just an animal.
Yes, I agree.
That's. I got to think, coming out, the Bears, I thought, made moves that a lot of teams should have made. Like that Drew Dman, you got to think every team wanted that Drew Dman. They wanted Drew Dman. If you needed a center, you were going after Drew Dman. Hey, the Bears went and got him. And who wouldn't want to go over there and play with a brand new quarterback, Ben Johnson?
Even though Thuney's a little older, Thuney's still the guy.
Yeah, his PFF grade playing out of position was amazing.
We just talked about coaches putting their stamp on a team. Okay, we talked about Kellen Moore. We didn't see anything on there that said this is Kellen Moore's team yet, right? We didn't see anything.
No.
This is Ben Johnson. This is 100% Ben Johnson.
And he did in the first week.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, I mean, they were free agency, but first he said trades. This is what I want. And you get it for a 6th. Yeah. Who doesn't do that?
And you bring in two receivers to compete, and if nothing else.
You need a 3rd. And these guys.
Zacchaeus did pretty decent with Washington when they needed him.
With that 1 year, he was always a threat in Atlanta. You say what you will about Zacchaeus. He's 27 years old. He's played every year he's been available. He plays 17 games every year. He's in the games.
Right.
Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Sign a 1 year. Devin Duvernay. Devin Duvernay was a very high draft pick, and he made a niche for himself in Baltimore when he was there. Why not coming in? He may just be a camp body, but why not roll the dice?
I mean, you can't go wrong. They're building this team like they should through the trenches, and man, I believe Caleb Williams can be something if you just give him the time to throw the ball. I think that he's going to be one of their better quarterbacks they've had in recent memory.
Ben Johnson came over and he put his thumbprint on here. This is what I want to do, and he shored up guard, center, guard. Then he went and got interior lineman, and he got a big body defensive end. He said, we are not going to lose in the trenches. Right. What is fun about Chicago is you got DJ Moore, you got Caleb Williams, you have Rome Odunze,
yep.
you have a more than capable tight end, okay? And this is my prediction. So we have been trying to, I guess, figure out where these draft picks are going to go. And let's look at here.
To me, it's obvious. It's a glaring obvious.
Do you think they go offensive line? Because they're at 10.
They go running back.
Yes.
Number 1.
If he falls. If he gets past Vegas.
You're talking about Genty?
Yes. Now, if Genty doesn't fall, go offensive line.
They're going to go get a tackle.
Get your running back beginning of the third round, later in the second, whatever. But if Genty falls, get your offensive guard and then move forward.
Yeah, you got to get a tackle because you're going to have.
A tackle. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Will Clapp's numbers came back from his pro day, and he just killed it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's going to be there.
The signing of Nick McLeod as a corner.
That's a depth piece, and you can't go wrong.
He's been hurt the last 2 years. He's only played 7. Then he played 8 games. But the year that he played 17, he was good with the Giants. He was very good with the Giants. So I don't know. It's a roll of the dice.
They got one of the best corners in the league over there anyway, Johnson.
But you got to if you can shore up that other side, this defense is going to be dangerous.
How much I want Genty to fall. I want Genty to fall because I want to see Rome Odunze. I want to see DJ Moore. I want to see nothing. Look, DeAndre Swift, low key, he's more than capable.
Yeah, it was the wrong style of running for him.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift. Yeah,
it was the wrong style.
Yeah, and look, he's a good receiver out, more than a capable back. I think we all agree with that. You get that battery, you get that Rome Odunze, DJ Moore,
Caleb Williams,
Austin Genty,
and an offensive line that gives him more than 2.5 seconds to get rid of the ball.
I just don't see him getting that far now.
I do.
Ashton Genty goes that far.
Oh no, I'm talking about the Bears going far.
Oh no,
no.
Genty, I don't think gets this.
I think he's a hot commodity. He's going to be a hot commodity, but it doesn't matter.
He may go earlier than projected,
but there's so many good running
every
backs.
Team. Yeah, but there's
4 bell cows there.
He's a number 1.
He's generational. There's no doubt.
If Vegas doesn't get him, if the Raiders don't get him, then I think he goes to him.
Yeah,
I think he falls.
I agree.
Jacksonville don't need him.
No.
I mean, I would rather Travis Hunter. Cam Ward's going to go. I mean, look how it's going to fall. Mason Graham, arguably the best defensive lineman coming out.
Right.
I mean, he's going to go.
It's a possibility.
Yes, it's more than a possibility.
Boy, they would be so good.
Man.
It would be fun to watch.
Yeah, and then Caleb Williams. Not that he made any excuses, but it would be 100% on him. 100%.
I don't think it. I think it's Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson wants to build this team. He does that run. We see our run gap, and I don't know how. Look, the people the pieces he signed don't exactly go with how he wants to run the ball, but he wanted to shore up that line. No excuses. No excuses this year. Our offense or our defensive line are going to be more than adequate.
Right. And that was their problem.
And he addressed it. And I love how cocky he is this year. If it's my theory that if they don't get Austin Genty, then they're going to go address the lines some more.
Yep.
They're going to address the lines. I mean, they're going to build this team. It's the NFC North. It's Smashmouth. It's cold weather, outdoors, Soldier Field, Lambeau.
The NFL needs the Bears to be good.
The NFL is better when the Bears are good.
Yes, absolutely.
They're better when the Bears are good. And if they don't get that, I gotta believe that they're going to go, Will Clapp, if Will Clapp didn't go to the Jets, Armand Bimbu, I thought is the best tackle in this class,
Right.
Because of his measurables.
Yeah.
And if Janty gets picked and Mimbu falls to him, what a gift!
That's
What
right
a
in your lap.
gift.
Right in your lap.
What a gift!
You cannot let him get past you.
Yeah,
So
that would be such a gift. I think if Green Bay doesn't figure out what they're doing, Chicago is going to be the second best team in this division.
I don't think Green Bay figures it out.
I don't either. I think Chicago is the second best team in this division.
Yeah,
Detroit.
That's your guy.
Detroit's is the best. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's going to talk about Detroit.
Talk to us about him. Motor City.
Who is him? Detroit's a team.
Them.
They,
Them.
they.
We're not using those pronouns, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, man. They re-signed a lot of players. They signed Kyle Allen as a backup. And talking about quarterbacks, if Jared Goff, he has the ability, but he seems to just not get over that ledge.
playoff
Yeah, just can't get over it. I think a lot of last year's playoff season issues were the fact that he choked under pressure because the ability of this team, I mean, I foreseen this team going all the way to the Super Bowl last year.
A lot of people picked it.
And it just didn't happen. And it was under the pressure that he got.
A lot of it, I can't put it all on Jared Goff. A lot of it was the defense. 11 players were hurt throughout the year. They lost so much on defense. It was like trying to play a game of keep up, like Joe Burrow and the Bengals had to do. So, if your defense isn't strong, you're not going far.
But in that playoff game, he was spooked.
Yeah, he
was spooked.
He was. But I would still take Jared Goff over 3/4 of the quarterbacks.
So they signed Tim Patrick, which I think is a good pickup, but I just don't think they need that much wide receiver help.
He did a few things last year.
No, he did good. I think he's a good pickup, but I don't see him even being a 3. Not on this team. Tight end Kenny Yebo.
Yeah.
Signed with the Lions. I mean, they already got their tight end out there. Yeah. He's just a backup. They re-signed Dan Skipper, which is great.
Yep.
I mean, there were so many.
Their offensive line was fantastic.
Yeah, there's so much there.
So if you can keep them, keep them. If you can keep them, keep them.
They re-signed both their edges. Defensive end, re-signed their defensive end.
Ex-Saint.
They got him another tackle. They got Roy Lopez. Got him for cheap, $4.6 million on a 1-year prove-it deal.
I liked on Ruzarike re-signing. I think that's very good. That's a good signing. You didn't like that one?
No, I like everything they've done. Nothing moves the needle, but they shouldn't have to because they're the best team in this division.
Right.
I think this is a fine-tuning issue here.
This is all 1 year. So look at it. 1 year,
Yeah.
1 year, 1 year, 1 year.
It's all proven. They don't have to do too much.
I mean, they've gotten so far. They've done so much in the last couple of years that I think they're just at that stage of, as a team, prove it, get over that lip, get over that edge, to get to the Super Bowl.
I think the loss of Ben Johnson is going to be too great for them to
You think so?
overcome.
I don't know if it affects them that much. Like everything's in place. I don't think the offense changes. Maybe the attitude. Dan Campbell is going to do what Dan Campbell does.
Yeah.
What do you think about Derek Barnes?
I think he's fine.
They paid him on a $25 million 3-year deal.
They have to shore up the linebackers.
Yes.
Yep.
They have to shore up the defense.
Grant Stewart, they signed him out of free agency.
Yeah.
They re-signed 2 of their corners, and they end up signing DJ Reed and Raksin.
I love the Raksin.
Raksin has been a player in the NFL.
He's a hard hitter. He's been there a long time.
He's been a productive player in the NFL. You go get him. The problem with Detroit was in that game, the defense, when it came to it, there was just too many injuries.
Yeah.
Your best defensive player was out almost all the year. Aiden Hutchinson.
Yes.
Your best defensive player. They're still trying to shore up all these moves. What are the 4 moves right there? Avonte Maddox. Hey, Avonte Maddox has been in the league a long time. He's a decent player. Khalil Dorsey. Hey, he re-signed him. DJ Reed. We're going to get depth. Rock Ya-Sin. We're going to get depth. we are going to figure out how to shore up these cornerbacks in this secondary.
The secondary was the problem.
Terrion Arnold, they drafted him. Terrion Arnold, very good, but young. He's going to get better. They're going to get better. What'd they do? They said, this defensive line, Aiden Hutchinson goes out. If we're hurt, we can't rush the passer. We can't leave these corners on islands. So they took chances. Al-Quadin Muhammad, the Saints cut him in the 6th round. He went to Indianapolis, and he became a starter. Mm-hmm. Big body, great. He had a great speed rush move. And what did they do? Hey, they liked him. They were familiar with him. They were familiar from when he was in New Orleans. They saw who he did in Indianapolis. He came over as the depth piece for Lions, and the Lions said, we lost Aiden Hutchinson. We don't want to change too much. We're going to re-sign him. Marcus Davenport was there 2 years ago. He got hurt. Basically, what they want to do on defense is what New Orleans did with Dennis Allen all those years. We want big-bodied, 6'7", 280-pound defensive ends who can stop the run and apply pressure.
Right.
Now,
you got that 1 year prove it too.
Yeah, because he's been injured.
Yeah.
When he's productive, he rushes the passer. He does make moves, and he does stop the run.
Yep.
They have to shore up the cornerback position. They got to address this.
And it's a glaring need. It's a glaring need. So in the draft, Detroit might be one of the first teams to go cornerback.
I think the two first round picks are going to be gone.
Yeah, they may be, but they have such a big need. They have such a big need.
Yeah, the thing is, though, you're looking at, they don't need wide receivers. They don't need running backs. They don't need cornerbacks. Their offensive line is pretty tight. I mean, their value there, they've got an advantage because other teams are searching for these other players. They don't need to go get running backs.
No.
They could pick one late. They can grow into something later on. Just because they pick it up, but they have very little need.
They could go best player available on defense.
Yeah,
they're going
all day long.
They're going best player available. They're going best player available in this draft. They don't have they have a glaring need, but they've got 4 cornerbacks now. They've got 6 of them. And they got Terrion Arnold, who's I think is going to be a star. He's going to be a star. So I do think that.
So they were like, let's just pack the room full of cornerbacks and see what happens.
And it's not just
go out there and get hurt. All right, we got another one. Put him in.
But it's not just that. It's pretty good names like Rock Ya-Sin.
Yeah. DJ Reed.
DJ Reed.
Yeah, they're not chumps.
Proven NFL commodities.
Right.
They're gonna have to start planning. When Aiden Hutchinson went out and in the playoffs, and you don't have a proven guy that can get to the quarterback, you need that. And I think they're gonna have to go. Because the corners are going to be gone.
They're going to be gone.
Both the first round corners are going to be gone. With the trades,
maybe.
They're going to be gone.
Maybe
corners have always been a hot commodity.
You need a shutdown corner. There's 2 of them in this draft.
Right.
And look, Maxwell Harrison out of Kentucky is going into the first round. Mate, he's in second round talent. But corners are such a need that he may sneak in the first round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe they trade up and get their corner they want.
Maybe.
They need to make sure Aiden Hutchinson, if he goes out, they got somebody who can step in and rush the passer. And there's going to be people they can take. Shamar Stewart, he's only had 4 sacks.
Yeah, I'm not so sold on him.
His RAS score is 10. I mean, the guy is so explosive. I don't know if he needs to go into this. I mean, this is where he would excel. He's big, he's massive, and this is what they want. Mm-hmm. I mean,
that's true.
He played 260 over Texas A&M. Mm-hmm. His frame can go up to 290. He's explosive.
He looks 290 right now.
And you got the choice between him, and then you got the Boston College kid.
Mm-hmm.
Ezraku, he played edge, but he's smaller. He come up 16 and a half sacks, but you think that he may be in a joker position in a 3-4. Do they just go on talent and be like, look, we need somebody to rush the passer in situations on first round? Yeah. The Aiden Hutchinson going out for them.
That was such a big hit.
He's their best player on defense.
But if you get a joker out there who has speed and can put pressure on the quarterback, it's very important.
Yeah, if on third down, if you can sack the quarterback, if you can get your team off the field, hey, that gets you better. You know?
Let's go on to the next team. You good, Tate? You done?
Oh yeah,
You want to talk about some Green Bay Packers?
not really.
This has been the most boring offseason.
I do want the Packers to do good. I want them to do good. But they've got 3 number 2 or number 3 receivers on their team. There's no number 1 on that team. They just went and got McCole Hardman, who doesn't move the needle at all for me. Now they've got 3 small-bodied, fast receivers. And one who can't stay on the field.
He's so good when he's in there.
Man, is he.
He's so good.
They thought that this guy was going to be like Mike Evans. He could have been, but he can't stay healthy.
No.
He can't stay healthy.
Maybe he goes and sees a specialist overseas or something.
I don't know.
Christian Watson.
They brought Aaron Banks over, offensive guard. They needed a little offensive help. Jordan Love was rushed more than he likes. You know, Jordan Love's a guy. He's a timing quarterback. He needs time in the pocket. Isaiah McDuffie. I like them re-signing Isaiah McDuffie.
I like it.
He was one of their focal points, you know, on defense. Nate Hobbs, 4 years, $48 million. No problem with it.
No.
But, you know, Green Bay in free agency, this is what they do. They make minor moves. They go through the draft. They have always been a drafting team.
That's where they got Jordan Love at.
Yep. And I just don't think Jordan Love's the answer. I don't think Jordan Love is the guy who takes you through the playoffs into the Super Bowl.
He's not the elite quarterback.
No. He's a decent quarterback. As a fantasy football player, I will never, ever in my life draft him again. I had him, and he completely.
The problem is they have such subpar offensive positions.
Except for one.
They're just kind of flat.
Yeah.
Like Detroit, dynamic running back game. Dynamic wide receiver game. Killer tight end, you know. And you say, if you look at Green Bay and you say, what do they have?
They have a good tight end and an outstanding running back.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs is great.
Josh Jacobs is amazing.
But he's one. He's one.
Yeah, but being that one, he almost got him there. He did very good.
Imagine if he had that too.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, imagine if they had two outstanding receivers.
Right. So that, to me, just my opinion, they're going heavy wide receiver in this draft. They have to. They have to. And I wouldn't be upset with them if they took a wide receiver in the first round. We talked about a couple of them, and then turn right back around in the 3rd or 4th round and take another one. There's plenty of receivers out there to be drafted.
They went heavy in free agency last year. They went and made 2 big moves, and then they've slowed off. This year they're going consistent. I'm not so down on Green Bay as a lot of people are. I'm not so down on Jordan Love. This team was pretty vacant, talent-wise, for a little bit. And look, Jaden Reed's the number 2. Tucker Kraft is a beast.
Absolutely.
All right? On the other side, their other tight end, he was supposed to be the pass catcher.
Yeah,
Yep.
He was just a blocker.
Kraft.
Yeah.
He's going to come on, I think. Rashawn Gary, always good. I like what they did. Marshawn Lloyd, he's going to get more involved this year. Lucas Van Ness, that's a great draft pick. You cannot complain about Quay Walker.
Nope.
I like.
What about letting Alexander walk?
I don't have a.
There's not really nothing to. No.
No, it isn't. I like what they're doing. I think they're going to run a lot of 12 personnel.
They always stay within the cap. They never have any money issues.
No.
There's never any problems with who's in charge and who's doing what. The Green Bay has a lot of good qualities. I think they're a great run team. It's just man, their wide receiver. Whoever's
Good
been
management and good playability, 2 different things.
Whoever's been scouting their wide receivers needs to be fired. They need to bring someone else in because they have not hit on that in years.
It's so they're just streaky.
So do you think maybe one of their issues is also putting players in positions they need to play right? Like you said, Tucker Kraft, he's balling out, but Luke Musgrave is kind of like off. Is it because Luke Musgrave needs time to grow, or is it because of his coaching ability?
I think Luke Musgrave needs time to grow. Luke Musgrave was supposed to be
He was supposed to be Kraft.
He was supposed to be. Yeah, he was a bit bigger Kraft. He's supposed to be faster. He was more athletic. He needs time to grow.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the red zone threat.
Yeah. He was supposed to be the pass catcher that come out.
But do not give up on that guy. He is super talented.
No. I think this is what I think. You're going to run 12 personnel. I think they're going to run into something here. I like the Marshawn. Look, you're going to get him some help. Mm-hmm. You're the running backs, they're doing good. They're getting younger. I think they just need some consistency. They need consistency. And you see him get streaky. You see games where Jaden Reed has 8 catches for 112 yards, and you're like, my God. There's games where this dude's pulling balls down in 2 people, and he's small.
And then you go on a 4-game stretch where he has 1 catch.
Where he disappears.
1 catch. So he's in my eyes, they try to make him a number 1. He is a number 3.
He's a number 2. Well, yeah, I agree.
He's not even a 2.
I agree.
Yeah, Dontavian Wicks to me is better than him.
The thing about Dontavian Wicks and everything is there's so much noise on the outside. Every time you see Green Bay, you hardly ever hear about outside noise. But there at the end with Aaron Rodgers, you heard outside noise. Hey, let's get rid of it. We like Jordan Love. I like Jordan Love. I think he's a 10 to 15 quarterback.
Yeah, he's not terrible.
No. And he doesn't have a legitimate X. His alpha is always hurt.
And I do want to see Romeo Doubs make that next step. If any of these guys are going to make the next step, it's going to be him.
Well, that and Matt LaFleur says they're going to replace Christian Watson.
Well, I mean, you have to. You can't depend on him.
So now we're at ground zero.
I think, what you have right now is, I think he may get traded.
Yeah.
There's been rumblings on X that Christian Watson may get traded.
Who's going to take that?
Oh, I'd scoop him up.
Well, I mean,
the Saints,
as a Saints fan,
yes.
The Saints need
I mean, what did we do? We just got Brandon Cooks. Of course, we would scoop him up.
I mean, there's a lot of teams who would.
We just took Jonte Pettis. Of course, we would scoop him up. And he'd play half the season.
If start
that's better than
Dante Pettis for a whole season.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams who'd be in line with his injury history, and that's not just here. It was in North Dakota State too. He has a long injury history, but when he is on the field, he's
very good.
Yeah, he is a difference maker in all the right ways.
I just think it's going to be a down year for them. I do, and I hate that Josh Jacobs has to suffer that because that dude is so good. He is so good.
It seemed like fantasy wise there at the end of the year. It was Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, he went nuts.
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, and you would expect him, as much as he carried the ball, to start getting tired and falling off. He did not.
No,
that dude excelled.
That's how he drove through with the Raiders.
When he had that number 1 year. They gave him the ball.
He just ran.
And the longer the year went, the stronger he got.
He'd run the ball 10 times and take a 5-minute break and go back in there.
Yep, he's excellent. Yeah, so kudos to them for picking him up.
Can we say, and I'm going to say this, like, we're talking about this division, and we're talking about, like, Sam Darnold was the best quarterback in that division last year. He's gone. He's gone. Jared Goff was the third. We talk about how much we like Jared Goff. Statistically, he was the third. Jordan Love was the second, and he didn't have a legitimate X.
And he missed a couple games.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a legitimate X.
But the only reason why Jared Goff was the third was because run. They had 2 dynamic running backs. They ran the ball nonstop. And
can I tell you something? Yeah. Shocking right here. Joshua Jacobs had 319 attempts rushing.
That is crazy.
Hey, Jahmyr Gibbs had 264. David Montgomery had 192.
Well, you got to add those together.
You add those together.
And that's Josh Jacobs.
It's only 80. It's 80 more. It's about 80 more carries.
Between 2 people.
Yes. Josh Jacobs.
Where do you guys think Josh Jacobs falls in the rankings?
6, 7.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah. He's top 10 100%.
He's 8.
Yeah, I don't think he misses too much going into next year.
I have no problem picking him if I see him in the third.
And see, I got to make this argument too, because this is a team I'm going to have to talk about. Look, you had Sam Darnold, and behind it, offensive line that failed him later on in the year, and Sam Darnold saw ghosts. But Sam Darnold's throwing to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, right?
2 of the best. Well, Justin Jefferson, to me, is the best.
And Jordan Addison is
an
up 15.
He's an up-and-comer.
Yeah. Give Jordan Love those weapons.
Without a doubt.
He doesn't have Jordan Addison as number 1.
No, he does not.
Yeah, you're right. If he had that, and the tight ends, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, with Josh Jacobs there.
Yeah.
It's just not, the pieces haven't hit yet.
You take Aaron Jones and you let him run alongside of Josh Jacobs, and you give Jordan Love, Justin Jefferson, and Addison. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's just move Love to the Vikings.
Just think of Golden or McMillan or somebody goes to Green Bay.
I don't like Ted McMillan anymore.
I like Golden going there.
I like Golden going to. I like Loveland or Golden going to Denver because Sean Payton always needed a tight end.
I think they go running back.
They may.
I think they take Amari and Hampton round one.
Who?
Denver.
Green Bay?
Denver?
Oh, yeah, Denver.
Yeah. I don't.
So they're going to miss Golden. What's going to happen?
I don't like Ted McMillan.
No, I don't either.
After this week, he said, I don't watch film.
Bro,
this is the NFL.
You got to study, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna have blocking assignments.
You got to be able to watch and see what happens when that foot's picked up and what direction they go and which way their head moves, and then you're like, all right, it's not I get out there and just kind of wing it.
Yeah, he said I don't watch film. Hey, man, you're about to get drafted. You better say all the right things.
Yeah, I watch.
He kind of
I
forced
sleep, eat, drink, film.
Yeah,
he forced his stock down a little bit.
You just lost a lot of money.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And I'm gonna say this: all the wide receivers coming out, like I always like big bodied wide receivers. I like Matthew Golden because it's 4.29 40. The dude can just move, and it's not that he's a route runner too. Like Isaiah Bond was supposed to be that wide receiver coming out of Texas. Well, he took his job because not only can he run, he has a well balanced route tree.
Right.
Okay. My favorite wide receiver is Trey Harris out of Ole Miss, and because he's big body,
No, you're
size.
definitely a Saints coach.
Well, look, DK Metcalf come out of Ole Miss.
AJ
Brown came out of Ole Miss. They're all
big-bodied
all
receivers.
big bodied, just freak of nature. And I think Trey Harris is going to be the next one.
Could be.
And I think he sneaks in the first round. And if you're Green Bay, that's who I go with.
Big body.
Big body.
You already got enough small body.
You got Reed. You got Wick.
You got McCole Hardman now.
You've tried this with Wicks. You got speed with McCole Hardman.
Yeah.
Go get you that big possession receiver that can. Hey,
They can block out.
Yeah, when it's third down and 6, and he runs a 4-yard slant, he's going to fall for 2 yards and get you first down.
This is it though. This is McCole Hardman. This is his chance. This is his chance.
Just go run. Just run.
Take the top off.
Yeah, just go run. Jordan Love, throw it up. And I can't wait.
Because he can. Jordan Love can throw the rock.
So Brett Favre went to the Vikings. Aaron Rodgers is holding out with Pittsburgh to go to the Vikings, and I assume in 13 years Jordan Love will be going to the Vikings.
I imagine.
Aaron Rodgers is not going to the Vikings.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's holding out for it. That's what Big Ben said yesterday.
Of course he is. He ain't getting it.
Speaking of the Vikings,
It don't matter.
Yeah. Speaking of the Vikings, I like.
What do you like?
I like some sneaky good move. They re-signed Aaron Jones. Smart.
Yeah.
Paid him a little bit more money. Gave him what he wanted. The Jordan Mason.
They did right. They put him on a 2-year deal.
Yeah, and paid about what is it? But he's going to make probably $14 to $15 million for his progress last year.
$13 million guaranteed.
Yep, for his progress last year. He's great signing. They went and got some adequate debt. No Alexander Madison. No.
Yeah.
You went and got Jordan Mason. You went and got a proven commodity.
I think Jordan Mason is fantastic, man.
The best signing they made. He was hurt. He's usually hurt. But they got Will Fries from Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. They got the best guard.
Yeah.
But probably the best offensive line in the free agency. And then after that, they went and got Ryan Kelly. I thought the Ryan Kelly move was something the Bears were going to do. Like, okay, we're not going to go get the best center. We're going to go get an adequate center.
Yeah.
The Bears said, I'm going to go get the best.
So now we get the second, third.
Vikings got to get second, third.
Then they get Justin Skule, who's young. He's a young guy, come from the Buccaneers. He's a serviceable guard. I mean, tackle.
Yeah.
So I saw those 3 names. I was like, man, they're really trying to build something over there on that line.
The thing that because that's where they somewhat struggled a little bit later on. Mm-hmm. I mean, we watched that playoff game. Sam Darnold got hit, and then
he started seeing ghosts again.
Ghosts.
For a team that won 14 games in that playoff game, you would have never thought it.
Yeah, right.
And
you got probably the greatest wide receiver of our time right now. Just standing out there going.
But can J.J. McCartney do it?
No.
I don't know.
No.
He may not have to.
No.
They've showed up.
What did they do in college with JJ?
They ran the ball. That's what they're going to do.
All the time.
That's what they're going to do.
And they're going to waste my boy.
Yep. He's getting ate up.
I got Minnesota coming in last in the division.
No. No.
I have no faith in JJ McCarthy.
All he has to do is just be serviceable. Just be 15, 20. That's all he has to do.
A game manager.
That's all he has to do is game manage.
It's going to be a battle, man. It's going to be a battle because I have Detroit winning it. Okay. And then I have
You think this is Detroit's year?
no. So I got Detroit winning it. I got Green Bay second, and I got Minnesota and the Bears battling for fourth.
For last place. Huh?
Oh, I so disagree with everything you're saying right now. They got better on the offensive line. Look, this is statistically. Minnesota Vikings defense was good. They re-signed Byron Murphy. They re-signed their best cornerback. That's done. Then they went and got help out of a former first-round pick, Jeff Okudah. Then they got depth with Isaiah Rodgers. Sneaky good pick. They went and shared up. Hey, Harrison Smith, for what it's worth, I know he's been in the league forever, but he's always been good. They replaced it. He is a staple behind that. They went and got Theo Jackson. They reshored that secondary. This is the best. I'm telling you where they got great. Where they didn't get great, but they got better. The interior lineman of the defensive line for Minnesota had 5 sacks last year, and that was it. We can talk all we good about how their defense played. Only 5 sacks came from the interior of that defensive line. What they do? They went and got Jonathan Allen.
Got Hargrave.
He got Hargrave. Jonathan Allen by himself is going to eat blocks. Javon Hargrave at 30 years old will get you 5 sacks from the interior alone.
I'm not saying their defense ain't going to be good. I have zero confidence in JJ McCarthy. This dude, I don't think he's the guy. I just don't. And if you don't, you can have the best offense around.
Well, they're doubling down.
If you don't have a quarterback, you're not going very far.
They're doubling down on him.
I think
I could be completely wrong.
They got rid of Darnold.
But you look at the video, man. Even in college, all they did was hand the ball to Corum. That's it. Hand the ball, hand the ball, hand the ball.
And he won a championship doing it.
Yeah.
That's the same thing can happen here.
Not with the talent.
Why waste your wide receiver talent? Why?
Kevin O'Connell thinks he has something in him.
Yeah, of course.
So,
Of course he does. He's a quarterback guru.
We're about to see
There
what
you go.
happens. There we go.
But this guy's not
a little bit of fairy
just
dust.
like you said a couple of podcasts ago. Every coach thinks they can get more out of a tight end.
yeah.
Every quarterback guru thinks they can get something out of a quarterback, and then most of the time they cannot.
But he didn't play behind any sophisticated. He played behind Harbaugh. Harbaugh was his college coach.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're not going. It's not like you're going to flourish. I mean, Harbaugh was a quarterback, right? But Harbaugh is going to play defense. And he's going to run the ball.
Yep.
Okay. This coach, his mind is like Shanahan. Is like he builds a system. Look at what he got out of Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was swapping everywhere from Carolina to New York, getting hit.
Yep.
We didn't know where. Then he went over to where did he go? 49ers. I don't know where he went. Hey, he could have went to Germany for all I know. It could have been Norway. And then he goes over here, takes McCarthy's hurt. Hey, we'll give it to him. We just went 14 games with this guy.
Right.
This guy.
Do you think they win 14 games with JJ McCarthy next year?
No.
Let me tell you something. I don't hardly think any team in the NFL is winning 14 games next year.
Really?
No. Maybe I don't think Buffalo wins 14 games. I think they're the most talented team out there right now.
Man, that's tough.
What about your boy?
Who?
Lamar.
No, they don't win 14 games in that division.
But he's the best.
He is the best. But in that division,
If I had the best,
Look,
14 would be the best.
I'm not.
Who's your team? Who do you think would win 14 games? Give me a team. Who has the best chance to win 14 games?
I don't know. I want you to ask me that after the draft.
You can ask me,
Okay.
Lamar and Baltimore.
Uh-oh, he believes in your guy more than you do.
There's something there in Baltimore. They don't have.
His name's Lamar Jackson.
They don't have a weak spot on their offense.
I think it's
There is
not on their offense.
I think
there
it's
is
Derrick Henry.
not a weak spot. If they hit just right in this free agency and in the draft to shore up their defense, man, this team they're going to the Super Bowl, man.
Rashad Bateman.
Rashad Bateman.
He came on.
If you took
forever.
Rashad Bateman and put him on Green Bay, he's the number one.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So, yeah, that's where we're at with that.
Okay.
I don't know where they go in the draft. Because they
do fine tuning. That's where they go.
They do.
Minnesota.
No.
No,
I thought we were talking about Baltimore.
Yeah.
No, I'm still in Minnesota. I'm trying to figure out where Minnesota goes.
I think Minnesota has a great team. Everything's put together very well. I don't know what glaring need they have. They just have a quarterback who hasn't proved anything. And I'm a guy who I like the proven commodity.
Yeah.
I would have tried my best to bring back Sam Darnold.
I agree with that. I don't know why that. I think they got more value out of Sam Darnold, and maybe that's what they do in the draft. Is they trade away stuff for future picks.
True. But this defense could potentially be the best defense in the league.
They have
Without
to.
a doubt.
They have to. I think they go if Nick Imawari falls to them because Harrison Smith has been in the league 12, 13 years, and he's as good as he's been. If Nick Imawari falls to him, I think they run up there.
Okay.
I mean, the guy is just his RAS score is 10. He is built like he's a different animal.
Right.
And
Do you think they go quarterback?
no.
I mean, because who's their backup right now? Besides, there's nobody.
I don't think they're. I think they're doubling down on that quarterback.
Okay. Well,
I don't.
I still think
It's
Detroit wins.
Brett Ripeland, but he's just
Detroit wins the division. No, there's no doubt, and it's not even going to be close.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I think the Vikings can push them.
Man, I just can't do
Not
it.
with JJ McCarthy.
Like I love the Akuda. I like what they did. I like what I mean, some of these moves are just brilliant.
True.
And they have a brilliant coach.
But and they shored up
They got a trash quarterback.
and they shored up the offensive line, which was where they needed what they needed to do.
So you take the Jets last year,
Yeah,
okay?
which was a mistake.
Everything was put in motion for that to be a championship team.
And
And then you take a quarterback who was a lesser, for a different reason, not because he's unproven like JJ. He was just past his prime for me. If your quarterback isn't up to par and you have a championship team, you no longer have a championship team. And that's the way I see it.
I'm 100% with you. It does not matter what you have if your quarterback can't perform. Brock Purdy, 2 years ago, game manager, average quarterback.
Yep.
I think J.J. McCarthy's less than that.
Oh, he's absolutely less than Brock Purdy.
No.
Brock Purdy was an enigma.
No.
Brock Purdy could throw the ball.
Brock Purdy came out in the 7th round.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy is first round talent.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing.
That means everything.
No,
The
it
system,
does not.
They had to design
Tom Brady, when did he get picked?
Shit, man.
Way down there, what 188?
I'm gonna end that conversation on this. Johnny Manziel was a first round.
We're not talking. I'm talking talent. I'm not talking.
He was talented.
I'm not
Johnny
talking.
Manziel
You
was
can have
talented.
all the talent. You can't apply it. It ain't
JJ
working.
McCarthy ain't doing cough syrup on the weekend. Johnny Manziel was.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's talent on the football field. Johnny Manziel in college was more talented than JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, but you're thinking of outliers. These are outliers. JJ McCarthy ain't out there doing blow.
No.
Okay.
You're right.
Johnny Manziel was.
I don't know if he was or not. I
Well,
can't prove that.
Watch the Netflix documentary.
Okay.
Yeah.
It don't matter. The thing
It
is,
does matter.
The thing is that
You're telling me you think Brock Purdy coming out of college was better than JJ McCarthy?
No, he was an enigma.
Yeah. And he's not a better quarterback now, I don't think.
Man, that's tough.
Give me JJ McCarthy in that San Francisco
No.
in that San Francisco scheme. And give me JJ McCarthy and Kyle Shanahan's scheme over Purdy. You know what?
Kyle Shanahan won't pick him.
I'm willing to bet Kyle
He doesn't
Shanahan
fit.
would run and go do it in a heartbeat.
Man.
Let's call him up.
I just like proven commodities. They should have went with Sam Darnold again and then moved to next year's quarterback class.
No, you got what you got out of Sam Darnold. A playoff
14
loss.
wins.
A playoff loss.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connell's not in the business of being good in the regular season. He's in the business of trying to get a championship. He said, this guy ain't doing it. I got a number one pick I have trust in. He was hurt last year.
I got a number one pick that I picked
Yeah, that he likes.
That I got to prove.
that he's invested in.
I got to prove my worth.
Yeah.
And I like that.
All right, who you think's better, him or Drake May?
Drake May was a better Drake May was a better prospect.
Drake
I mean,
May
that's not even hard.
Drake May was better in college. It's not even a doubt.
Look at UNC. Look at his
So my question is,
gun at
let's
UNC.
swap them around. Drake May goes to the Vikings. Does J.J. McCarthy perform on the Patriots?
No.
Yeah.
No. Look, but you put Drake May on Minnesota, and JJ has a better chance of being
without a doubt.
1,500-yard receiver.
Yes.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
The reason why Drake May went to New England and not J.J. McCarthy was because New England had less losses. You don't think if Drake May was there, Kevin O'Connell wouldn't have ran up there? He would have sprained his ankle running up to the booth saying,
I would've.
Drake May.
I would have.
Yes.
Drake May had all the intangibles. He was there.
My point is that Drake May has a worse team and still is going to do better than J.J. McCarthy.
He's supposed to. He's a better talent. He was a better talent coming out. What were we not talking about last year? Who is going to be the best? Caleb Williams or Drake May? Caleb Williams or Drake May?
Except for him over there, he was Bo Nix all the way, and he was almost right.
Bo Nix, baby.
And so yeah, I was Caleb Williams.
Look,
they just didn't give him a chance.
Look, and in the middle of that, like you had Jaden. That quarterback class was a great last year. You had Jaden Daniels, right? Caleb Williams came out. Drake May had this gun. I mean, he came out at UNC with that talent.
So what does McCarthy have?
McCarthy is a game manager.
McCarthy is here you go, Mr. Running Back.
He's not going to turn the ball over. If you need third down, fourth, third down, he's going to make good decisions. So quarterbacks have won. Many quarterback has won championships doing that.
So what he's going to do? They're going to play defense, obviously, and they're going to manage the clock with the run.
That's what championship football is.
You got to have someone who can throw the ball when needed. We'll see. I don't.
Even your boy Lamar has to throw.
Hey, you know what Drake May doesn't have? A CFB college championship. You know what J.J. McCarthy has?
Yes.
A CFB college championship.
Yep.
And he can always stand on that.
Yep.
He's always got that business to stand on.
Well, at least he could stand on something.
He can stand
That's
on
the
that.
last time he stood.
Brag on that in 25 years.
He will. He is. I don't understand what you got.
I just can't put all my eggs in a basket of an unproven commodity who was hurt when he was supposed to be the guy. And then you bring in a guy who everybody gave up on, and he wins you 14 games, and now everybody's just like, "Oh, thanks for coming, bye."
Yeah, because you gotta win a
that was
championship.
terrible.
Look, if I'm running an organization, which is why I have a problem with so many mediocre teams. I have a problem with Seattle bringing in him. I have a problem with the Raiders.
I agree with that.
Bringing in Geno Smith.
I don't agree with that.
I do not agree with
You're
that.
not going to win a championship with him.
Oh no, you're not.
You're not going to win a championship with him, right?
Not with that team.
And then they extended him, right? This is the NFL, okay? You want to be a business and you want to be profitable. You can get that's a great way. Just show your fan base, hey, I'm just here as an owner to make money.
Right.
Okay. Real title town championship teams. New England back in the day. Kansas City now. We don't want regular season wins. Hey, we want 14 wins. We can sell off the stadium. Hey, give me Sam Darnold again. I want a ring. I'm gonna go do what I can. He ain't going to get it for me. Geno Smith's not going to get it for me. Sam Darnold going to Seattle? Is Sam Darnold going to ever go win a ring in Seattle? No. J.J. McCarthy has a ring already.
In college.
Let's do it.
In college.
It translates.
No, it don't.
So
Winning under pressure translates.
If you would have kept Sam Darnold, who gives you the better chance of making it to the playoffs? Sam Darnold or J.J. McCarthy?
We're going to find out.
I think it's
we
Sam
don't
Darnold.
know yet.
I think it's Sam Darnold.
That's what you think.
Yeah, I think, but I cannot prove it.
Exactly. I think you go with your first round pick.
Okay, well.
Who I think
At some point your first round pick has to play.
And Sam Darnold.
So let me ask
Sam Darnold was a first round pick too.
So let me ask you this, right? Rings, all this other elite stuff. Tim Tebow. He didn't do nothing.
Tim Tebow wasn't a quarterback. He played quarterback. He wasn't a quarterback.
He was Taysom Hill before there was a such thing as Taysom Hill.
Was he Taysom Hill before Taysom Hill? Yes.
And if Tebow would have swallowed his pride just a little bit and did what they asked him to do, which was play the Tim Tebow role. The Taysom Hill role.
They asked him to play Taysom Hill role,
and he refused to do it.
Sean Payton asked him first.
Yep.
and he wouldn't do it.
If he would have done that, that dude would have went far, man.
And then he went to
Yeah.
the Jets, and they put him at fullback.
So where are we going to put J.J. McCarthy next year when he ain't playing QB?
J.J. McCarthy being the
J.J.
bottom
McCarthy-
5 quarterbacks of the league.
J.J. McCarthy's going to be a number 12. Kyler Murray, he's going to be below Kyler Murray.
I could see that.
Yeah.
He's going to be, and Kyler Murray's in fantasy traditionally finished 8th.
And then my boy J.J.
And-
is still looking over.
J.J. McCarthy has Jordan
Had
Addison.
Jamar
J.J.
going,
McCarthy has
man,
Jamar. He's got
I
better
want to
weapons.
come back to you and Joe's team.
J.J. McCarthy's going to be below Caleb Williams next year.
I believe that.
Wow, he's supposed to.
Yep.
Caleb Williams was number 1 pick.
Yes.
He's supposed to be behind.
But,
He's supposed to be.
but on a worse team. We're sitting,
You take Caleb Williams and take him off of Chicago and put him on Minnesota. Game over.
over.
Wait a second.
Game over.
Yeah, I mean, look at this defense.
Cole Kmet, who look, TJ Hawkinson was a good tight end, right? He was hurt 8 games.
Yeah, Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet is a good tight end.
Yes, he absolutely is, and he hardly ever gets hurt.
I don't know. Chicago has closed the gap significantly this offseason.
We
I
agree.
love it.
Okay.
I love it.
We agree.
Okay. So I don't know if they're a worse team. I just think I think Minnesota's better.
We're arguing something that we can't prove right now.
Oh, we're
Well,
going to
that's
prove
what
it. It's coming.
I'm just
that's what
telling
we
you,
do.
There's a clock on the
At
wall
the
and it's
end of-
counting down.
at-
Tick.
Mid-season next year, when everybody's going, oh well, J.J. McCarthy can't get the ball to Justin Jefferson.
Yep.
That's what we're going to be talking about.
Sam Darnold, where's he at?
Yeah,
He's in Seattle winning 6 games.
throwing the ball to nobody.
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy, 4 wins,
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
14 losses.
JJ McCarthy, 4 wins.
No,
What?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
You accidentally win 4 of them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean,
I mean,
hey,
do they play the Saints at all? Then that's a win.
hey, I
I
got a
don't
question.
think they do.
How you can talk smack about Tim Tebow? The dude,
I like Tim Tebow.
The dude that's-
I'm trying to compare.
he won a playoff game
Yes. Pretty much by himself.
by himself.
Yes.
By himself, he won a playoff game.
Tuck and run, buddy.
That's it.
And then that big pass to Demarius Thomas for
Yeah.
something. Hey,
Demarius
clutch was
Thomas.
that?
Demarius Thomas was 6'7", 280-pound wide receiver. I mean, he's huge, dude.
Tebow was a 6'7", 280-pound quarterback.
Yeah. You couldn't tell him he wasn't for sure.
Yeah, in overtime, 1 pass. Tim Tebow
Yeah.
against Steelers.
Yep. J.J. McCarthy is not Tim Tebow.
No, he's better than Tim Tebow. Better quarterback. Yeah. You can't. That's not arguable.
I mean, that's not
arguable.
the NFL.
Can I ask-
I think we're
Tebow
eating up
couldn't throw
time.
the ball. Tebow couldn't throw the ball.
Yeah, no touch.
He I don't know what it was, man. He
All
threw
right,
the ball like a rocket.
This is the NFC North. This isn't the
Yeah, sure.
arguing.
Yeah.
Oh, I
think we argued for 5 minutes.
I'm going to
about
argue about
J.J.
this.
McCarthy.
I got faith in McCarthy, but I got a question for y'all.
Okay.
Look, Trey McBride just got paid.
Yes.
Okay.
Love
He
it.
deserves it.
Trey McBride, yeah. Okay.
But he only had how many touchdowns last year?
But
2?
1? And 1 was throwing?
Yeah, but that poor boy didn't have much.
Okay. So we kind of got it. We got to flip in the script. Kittle, is he a top 5 anymore?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Trey McBride
Yep.
is out there.
He's number 2.
Tucker Kraft is out there.
He's number
Sam
6 or
Laporta
7.
is out there.
Yep.
Laporta 6 or 7.
Brock
too.
Bowers is out there.
Brock
Brock
Bowers is
Bowers
number
is the
1.
man.
Yeah. I don't think Kittle's a 5. I don't think he's top 5 anymore.
No.
And with Geno throwing the ball to Brock Bowers, it's just going to elevate him even more.
Yeah.
He is an outlet guy.
This
Geno
is his second. This isn't going to be his second year. Fantasy wise, who do you want? You want Laporta or you want McBride? McBride only had 2 touchdowns. One was
last
thrown.
year, we talked about this last
Yep.
year.
Right.
And I picked McBride all day long.
Yep. Dude, what about this year?
Still the same.
McBride.
McBride.
I had Laporta in one league last year, and what I learned about Laporta is and I agree, Joe was right. Too many mouths to feed.
Yep.
How soon are you taking Brock Bowers? Are you taking Brock Bowers in the first round?
If it's a brand new
Joe will never
I'll never
pick a tight end first round.
running back, wide receiver, tight end.
Is he worthy though? Do you think he's worthy of a
No.
first round pick?
No,
Brock Bowers or Trey McBride?
Brock Bowers.
Oh man,
to somebody else.
in a PPR league, he's worthy.
Who else is over there?
In a PPR league, he is
With
worthy.
Geno Smith, a better quarterback?
Yeah, Geno Smith is going to get that guy the ball. He's going to get him the ball.
Is Brock Bowers who's the best tight end in the NFL right
Brock
now?
Bowers.
Brock Bowers.
Y'all really stand on that?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too. And Trey McBride got
It's
paid.
very close.
Trey McBride got paid, and he's well deserving. But all these young tight ends coming up, it's so much fun to watch. Like
Kittle's up there because that dude is a driven, passionate dude.
Kelsey,
And I'm not a Kelsey fan, but he's driven too.
he is, but he's
done.
He's
done.
not in the 7. He's not
He's
6
over.
or 7
He's
no more.
over.
I mean, he when he runs across the field,
Taylor Swift came down and put the hand on it.
Yep.
He's
when
over.
he runs across the field toward the end of the year, his feet were dragging. I mean, he had lost a step, obviously.
Yeah.
So
He's not there.
yeah, but he's still serviceable.
And then you got another one coming out this year.
Noah Gray comes in, takes that job, he retires next year.
Wow. So you're talking about Tyler Warren.
Tyler
Where
Warren.
is he going to go?
And Colston Loveland is going to go in the first round too. These tight ends are just becoming more and
If
more. of a
Tyler
weapon.
Warren goes to the right team, he's going to be a vicious threat.
Tyler
Money.
Warren is going to go to San Francisco,
Oh man,
and they need it. They got
do.
rid of Debo.
they did.
Kittle's older.
Yep.
What they've done.
Warren's for a tight end. He's a bigger guy, but he's still got speed. So yeah, he's a young.
He is a everything weapon,
Yes.
and
Is he better than Brock Bowers? No.
no, but he's
close.
He's on par.
His value going on to that team, if he goes to that team, it's 2 years before you see it. Because Kittle's got to get off before.
Oh, they may run 12 personnel. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I was hoping the Saints would do whatever they had to do to try to get Warren.
Oh, no, they paid Jawan Johnson $30-something million.
Let's not do it. Let's not do it, guys. Let's
All
not.
right.
Is this
Let's wrap this up.
all right? Sure.
All right. Well, until next time, I'm Nic Tate.
Joe Caldero.
And I'm the Chatterwack.
And we're out.
Smashmouth Footballers.
This ain't no regular thing.
Artlist.io.
I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble. I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle. I got it for real. Still keep me going. I wake
Music
up and
licensing reimagined.
in the field, man of the town. You've been in your fields. I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty. Either that or your tragedy.